Ladies and gentlemen, I'm NoGuy21. Welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Last time, well, I encountered a bug or glitch that I don't know how I activated. It gave me an unlimited time frame on the burst of speed force power. At least it looked like it did. It didn't run out anytime soon. That's a bit weird. Also tried to, well, complete missions companion quest line. That ain't gonna happen because, well, I forgot about this glitch bug, or I never encountered it before because I always either had a mod installed that was a comprehensive bug fix collection, or I didn't rescue the Jawas at the same time when this was up. And anyway, I'm rambling. What the bug is, for some asinine reason, Griff is supposed to spawn inside this room with the corpses, right across from the Jawas. Problem is, when you open the door and you don't actually have the quest line available to you, he doesn't show up after the fact. And I would have to use a third-party utility program to edit my save file. So yeah. At first I thought it was because of, well, the quest line involves Griff going to Kashyyyk, and since I kicked Zerka off of Kashyyyk, it probably broke that. But no, it's just a door. Why? Why is just a question. I don't know why. That's just the way it is. Oh well. Well, we're never gonna finish missions, quest line. So sad. That's really disappointing and annoying. Well, we no longer have to talk to Mission again. Let's head back to the Ebon Hawk and get off Tatooine. It's time for us to head on to our third planet. But before that, I need to check to see if no more party banter is open. Okay, Andreas, got anything else for us?
Yeah, what do you want?
You got any more war stories?
I think I'll tell you a bit about the recent war we had with the Republic. That might be more familiar to you. The one where Jedi Revan beat my people. We started by conquering worlds outside the Republic. We did it quietly so the Republic wouldn't really know what was going on until it was too late. When we finally did hit the Republic worlds, they had no idea we were coming. We came in through 3 invasion corridors in adjacent sectors. Anyone who put up a fight, or wouldn't fight, was crushed. We razed whole worlds trying to provoke the Republic into fighting us. I don't particularly enjoy wiping out worlds for its own sake, but the cowardly tactics the Republic defenders used left us little choice.
No honor in defending themselves?
Hiding in the homes of civilians, using families as shields, thinking we would not use appropriate force on their bases inside major cities. They underestimated our resolve, and what measures are acceptable in war. Those who cannot defend themselves should not be around those who can in battle. If annihilating a city is the kind of power it takes to overwhelm a Republic shield device, then that's what we did. Necessary force to destroy all opposition.
He's not wrong. While the Mandalorians definitely violate the Geneva Convention, I say fuck that shit. That shit is exploitative in warfare. It's like, oh, we got enemy combatants inside civilian areas. Fuck! We can't airstrike them. And we can't do anything. Fuck! All because World War II. Well, that's my kind of warfare.
There was no honor in wiping them out like rats. But some of your forces did redeem the Republic in our eyes. Especially later.
Later?
Later, when Revan had joined the war. But we'll get back to that. We've wasted too much time already. Is there something else you want to know? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right. Yeah, what do you want?
Can you give me some adrenal stimulants?
Stimulants make a warrior out of even the weakest human. Here's a stamina-boosting stimulant to help you get tougher. There anything else you need?
Nope.
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Thanks, Canderous. Jolie, you got any more stories for us?
Got something on your mind?
You never actually did say why you decided to come with me.
No, I never did I?
Are you always going to be this elusive?
Elusive? Me elusive? Obviously, you've never tried to grab a Twi'lek dancing girl after drinking too much Onderan Willick juice. At any rate, I already told you why I wanted to leave. I'd seen everything I wanted to on Kashyyyk. Time to go. Time to move on.
Move on to where?
To bed. I'm old and tired, you know.
No, really.
How many kilometer-high trees can you find an interest in before you figure you've had enough? I'd bet you can't be bothered to stay in one room for more than 15 minutes. And then there's all the critters in the Shadowlands. I'm just happy to be back in space, doing something new. Is that too much to ask?
No, I guess not.
There. Now was that so hard? An old man has to be allowed some petty eccentricities. Nice to see you agree for once. I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough. But when you came along and I saw the destiny you had before you, I couldn't help but be intrigued.
You know what my destiny is?
Of course not. Weren't you listening last time? I can see that you have a destiny before you, but the details are far from clear. In fact, everything about you that I can see is odd. Slightly off, as if my eyes are trying to trick me. Something is very dark about you, but... I'm sure you don't need to hear my ruminations. You've probably got enough nosy Jedi offering you one opinion after another to make you sick.
No, tell me more what you see.
Your future will come of its own accord, trust me. Sometimes navel-gazing at it doesn't get you anywhere. I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. You remind me a bit of Nomi. And that can't be all bad.
Nomi? Who's Nomi?
Nomi Sunrider. She came late to the Force, just as you have, and became one of the greatest Jedi ever. Oh, fine lass. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen. For one thing, we'll never get anywhere if you stand around chatting up old men all day.
So, you're along as some kind of observer?
Nonsense. If I ever refused to help you when you asked, how confused can one person be anyway? One thing I will say is that this little escapade does remind me a bit of my adventuring days before the war. Those were exciting times. Or at least it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand around. What's keeping you? You're too young to be so talkative. Shoo! Shoo!
Oh, boy. Okay, Juhani, have you calmed down?
Yes. What is it?
Something wrong?
I was remembering Taris.
What about it?
It was a horrible place to have to live. At least in the lower cities where the non-humans tended to get relegated. Living for years in a place with no sun, living off the trash dropped from the upper levels, and the meager pay doing back-breaking labor.
And those rat ghouls.
There was always the danger of rat-ghouls coming up from the sewers, or more mundane predators living and working in the area. My family and I struggled each and every day to make something of our lives. But we could only go so far. Taxes from the corrupt government, more fees from the gangs controlling the streets, and whatever was left paying for what food and medical supplies we could afford.
How could such a government last?
It did not. But only because of the Jedi who came. It was very bad. With no money to spare for any amenities, even the Enclave on Dantooine seems a paradise in comparison. And of course, there was the constant bigotry and hate from the more affluent and human citizens, lording their wealth over us living below. Every once in a while, a rich human would come down through the lower levels with his droid entourage just to see how the wildlife lived, and laughed at the mockeries that were our successes. But I have come to meet many decent humans in my travels since those days. Indeed, some of the greatest people I have ever met are human.
Like who?
The Jedi who encouraged me to join the Order. The one who was with the group going to fight the Mandalorians. She was human. I am sorry. I am getting away from my point. If there even was one. Sometimes I curse the day my parents fled to Taris. But then again, if they had not, I would not be where I am today.
Your parents?
Another story for another time. For now, we must continue our own epic. To save the galaxy, if we can.
Now I'm paranoid to get all this shit done fast. Great.
Yes, what's on your mind?
So tell me why you want revenge on Saul so badly.
I already told you, he betrayed us all.
Come on, Carf, you aren't fooling me.
Well, there is more to it. I'm sure you don't want to hear about it.
I asked, didn't I?
It's just that I don't talk about it very much, okay? I told you about my homeworld, Telos. 4 years ago, Saul led the Sith fleet there and demanded its surrender. The planet refused, and Saul proceeded to devastate its entire surface. Millions died. I had a wife and a son on Telos. I thought they would be safe there, but my task force arrived too late to be of much help. We didn't have enough medical supplies. The colony was burning and the dying were everywhere. I remember holding my wife and screaming for the medics, but they didn't come in time.
What happened after that?
I had nothing left after that, really. I devoted myself to the fleet. Hunting Saul was my only purpose. I miss them. And I know killing Saul won't bring them back. And it won't make me happy again, but I have to do it. I don't expect you to understand, but I have to pay him back for what he's done. I have to. It's all I have left.
So, what was your what was she like, your wife?
She had courage, and she was stubborn. Could never talk her out of anything once she put her mind to it. And she hated it when I signed back onto the fleet at the start of the war. I had planned on leaving soon, to join her.
So what happened to your son, you didn't say?
His name was Dustil, and I don't know what happened to him. The colony was a complete ruin, and we never found any trace of him. I made inquiries and followed the reports from Telos for years, but I stopped. Anyway, I hope that answers your questions. Let's continue with what we were doing.
Well, now we know about Karf's son. Yay. And looks like we completed Karf. You learned that Karf's wife's son were lost when Sol Karaf led Sith fleet in Karf's homeworld, making him swear vengeance on the man he once admired. Whether they'll ever get a chance to make good on his oath remains to be seen. It will happen. It will happen. Bastila!
How can I help?
You look like you have something to say.
I do. I've been trying to come up with the best way to say this for some time, but I suppose I should just come out and say it. The truth is, I have come to depend on you. Not just for the sake of the mission, but for my own sake as well. I'm glad you're with us.
Is that a compliment? From you?
Well, yes. Surely that's not so surprising.
You're kidding, right? Whoops. God damn it. I need to replace this mouse. Maybe I was just distracted by the grudging manner in which it was given.
I see. Is there nothing I can do to make it up to you? I would rather we were friends.
Oh. How close a friend would you like to be?
You know I can't feel that way about you. About any man. It isn't permitted. I'm a Jedi. I must resist these temptations. But I still want to consider you a friend. We could never be anything more, though. That isn't allowed.
I'd like that, I suppose.
I know my manner can be a bit taciturn. I know you must be getting sick of my lectures about the dark side and everything else. I spent all my years being hounded by my instructors, being told so often how gifted and important I was until I was sick of it. I remember when I was younger, I used to swear that I would never become as self-absorbed and stodgy as the Jedi Masters. It's ironic, really.
Don't forget edgy, critical, and overly secretive.
Yes, well, there's no need for you to agree so wholeheartedly. Being controlled has kept everyone around me at an arm's length. Even those like yourself who are most in need of my understanding and compassion. maybe it's time to change that. You deserve to know how much I respect and admire you. I had to tell you how much I care for you. As a friend, of course.
Well, we could be more than friends, Bastila.
Please, it's not allowed. I have to remain true to the Jedi ideal. If this is going to cause a problem, maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
No, I'm glad you did tell me. I care for you too, Bastila, as a friend.
Well, that was not nearly so difficult as I feared. Thank you for hearing me out. I feel much better, but enough soul-searching for now. We should probably continue on with our mission.
Oh, Bastila. You are not gonna stick to the Jedi Code very often, are you? Because I know what happens. Bastila has apologized for her earlier behaviors. Blah, 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 blah. Whether this will change anything between you remains to be seen.
How can I help? Then I said...
Yeah, you can suggest you move on all we like. Is there anything else? Ooh, excuse me. How many credits do I have? 16,509. Okay, in that case, I should head to the Enclave. I should just disable movies entirely in the options. But I'm not going to, because why would I? Anyway, the only reason I came here in the first place is because, well, to reset the Hawk and to buy something from you. Yeah. See where? There it is, the utility belt. Thank you. Thank you for that, good sir. This will probably... Let's see, will this actually... Ooh. Hoba-jubba-ja. Utility belt. It's mainly the repair skill increase that I want. Now it's at 12. Master Valor. Talk to HK.
Statement.
Let's try to restore some of his memory again.
Affirmative. Request. Statement. And now rewire the last 3 relays. Yes, good. Well done, Master. I believe your operation was a success. Accessing new memory. Access complete. I have accessed information on my owner prior to the Senator, Master. Most unexpected.
What now?
Answer. It appears that previous to my ownership by the Senator, I was the property of one Bochaba the Hutt on the planet Slaheron.
And what gruesome fate awaited him?
Objection. That is unfair, Master. While Bochaba may have died gruesomely, I most certainly had nothing to do with it. Well, very little. My memories tell me that, for a time, Bochaba was one of the most feared gangsters on Slaheron. I helped him with this reputation greatly. Over a span of 1 year, I terminated a grand total of 322 sentient meatbags. These contracts made Bochaba very wealthy.
You sound proud of all that carnage.
Answer. That is correct, Master. I do enjoy my work. though my past owners have enjoyed utilizing my functions far more. Strictly speaking, one meat bag is the same as another. Anything I do is in support of my master. It was unfortunate but inevitable that eventually Bochaba would overstep his bounds. I had just cleared 2 Hutt households when the exchange retaliated. Statement. I was not even present when my old master was assassinated. I did appreciate the artistry behind his demise upon my return, however.
Why? How was he killed?
Answer. Allow me to say that I have little doubt that residents of that sector were fishing pieces of Bochaba out of their soup for weeks afterward. At any rate, I quickly shut down upon my master's death. The rival Hutt claimed me along with my master's other possessions. Observation. If that Hutt had only known my true function, he surely would not have sold me to a senator he bribed regularly.
You would have been found out eventually.
Observation. No doubt, Master. It would have been a glorious battle to end my existence with. I would prefer that to rusting on a junk heap.
So, would you have preferred to stay on Silharon?
Observation. It would have suited my character, Master. I have enjoyed my existence since, more or less, so I do not miss it.
So, do you remember anything else?
Answer. Negative, Master. There is still more memory that can be restored, however, if you wish to try. As well, I believe I can restore several programs the Hutt installed to improve my performance. Yes, they are now active, contemplative. I wonder how many more dead masters I might have out there. A droid can live for a long time, you know.
Because of your repairs, HK-47 will now generate at a rate of 1 vitality point every 6 seconds in addition to his other abilities. And HK is not wrong. So long as the core programming of the droid can be recovered, you could just put it into a new body and it can essentially last forever. Whether or not you want to do that without routine maintenance and memory wipes is up to your prerogative, because in Star Wars land, droids that don't go through memory wipes develop personalities. Such as R2-D2. We could use more of him around. Only every droid was R2-D2. Let's try again.
Statement.
Sure, some
Affirmative
memory.
request.
Blah, blah, blah. Let's get started.
Statement.
Do I pass?
Now close the last panel. Supplication. As you...
Alright, well that was a no-go. And if I'm remembering right, there's only 1 repair left for HK anyway, so... let's see. This gives me a repair skill of 14, it needs to be higher. Son of a bitch. Gadris!
Yeah, what do you want? You're...
Nothing else right now. I think I am reaching the point where I need to level up to bring out more dialogue. Or at the very least, something.
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
How can I help?
You're curious about something, aren't you?
Am I so transparent? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, considering our bond. Yes, there is something I would like to ask, if you'll permit it.
Go ahead.
In our time together, I've been watching you. You are a true servant of the light. You follow the tenets of the Jedi Order despite the lure of the dark side. And with so little training, for me it has always been a constant battle. Don't you find it difficult at all? You make it seem so easy. Or is that only an illusion?
I just do what I think is right.
And that's enough for you. If only it were as easy for me. If only the right path was always clear. I've always struggled for control over my passions. I've always been too quick to anger, too quick to get involved. My instructors constantly berated me for it. I've often dreamed that I might be able to confront Darth Malak myself. I dream I can use all this power I have to kill him and stop all the death and destruction. I just think about all the evil that the Sith have caused and I get so furious. Yet we are told that these feelings are the path to the dark side.
Well, I think that destroying that kind of evil would be worth it.
But what comes next? After using all that power, would you decide to impose your own view on the universe? The dark side corrupts your very thoughts. The very thought that I could become as evil as Malak, I just can't fathom it. It just doesn't seem possible. I mean, how could I... No. Wait, I'm sorry. I shouldn't even be asking you this. The Jedi teachings are clear. Who am I to question them? And even worse, who am I to try and make you question them?
What?
These are dangerous thoughts. The indulgence of a vain mind. Please, forget I ever mentioned this. Let's just return to our mission.
Oh my. Basso's having doubts about her abilities as a Jedi. Hopefully her uncertainty won't work against the mission, or lead her down to the path of the dark side. About that. Oh boy, this is gonna go horribly wrong unless I can fix it.
How can I help? Then I...
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk some more.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
What are you thinking about now?
I have been thinking much about our journey, and I am grateful and honored that you have accepted me with you. I am not used to such unbiased acceptance from one who is nearly a stranger to me. We Cathar do not make friends easily, or for long. Even on Dantooine I remained alone. Not ostracized exactly, but separate.
Well, tell me about your people, Johnny.
In truth, I have lived in the Republic too long, and I know little. I never met any others of my race other than my parents. But we are not diplomats. We do not deal well with groups. This situation is new to me. It is warming. I feel almost welcome. Needed. You seem to be very decisive when it is required of you. It is reassuring to know that I can count on someone like you.
We're all in this together.
Yes, and that is my point. I find it difficult to explain. It is so different from what I am used to. Just thank you for accepting me.
Don't worry about it. Okay, Jolie, I keep forgetting that you're in the medical bay.
Got something on your mind, dude?
You mentioned something about your adventuring days.
Did I say that? Strange the tricks memory plays on you when you get older.
So you weren't an adventurer then?
Didn't I say that my past was my affair? You don't see me poking and prodding you with questions, do you?
Aw, but you already said so much. I'm curious.
I'm not here to satisfy your curiosity. No staring at the old man. That's what the sign says, damn it. And besides, you don't really want to hear about me. We're talking ancient history. Probably before you were born. History bores kids. Proven fact.
Yeah, well, old people love to talk about history. Proven fact.
Oh, fine, fine. Have it your way. Just don't cry about it later. Yes, I was an adventurer. Happy now? I wasn't even done with my Jedi training back then. I had a full head of hair and an eagerness to see absolutely everything. Sound familiar? The Council was never happy with willful, brash Jolie Bindo, you see. Even less so when I began my smuggling career.
How did that happen?
At the time, the Yukata system was interdicted by its own king. He preferred to keep his people starving and poor, all the better to oppress them. The Senate was trying to negotiate a peace, but they were getting nowhere as usual. I decided I wasn't going to wait. I found myself a ship and a partner, and we began smuggling food and supplies to the Yukata citizenry through the blockade.
Where'd you get all the credits for that?
Well, we didn't buy all the equipment per se. Some were happy to donate goods. Some we just knew had more than they could use.
So you stole it?
Stole is such a harsh word. They would have donated those goods readily enough if they were compassionate. I considered it a tax on the greedy. We only got caught once. A lone Yukatish frigate shot us down and forced a crash landing. I thought the Force had abandoned me, as I remember.
What happened then?
Well, as it happens, getting shot down turned out to be very fortunate. That day was the day
That was the day you what?
Well, that was the day I met my wife.
Bad memory, I take it?
No, that was a good memory. There are just much worse ones that followed. If it's all the same to you, I'd prefer to stop talking now. My mouth is starting to draw flies.
Oh boy, we opened up a can of worms, didn't we? Ah, well. Well, time to head on to a new planet. Because we now need to head to either Korriban, that's not Korriban, or Manan. Do I want to deal with the ocean world and the Selkath, or do I want to deal with Sith politics on Korriban? Now, Korriban is ripe for dark side exploitation. Which makes a lot of sense, actually, but we're gonna save Korriban for last, because it's a special planet, and it deserves special attention. So instead, we're gonna go to the ocean world. I spent half an hour talking to people. And here's another vision I'm gonna have to splice in. Fantastic. Or I don't really need to, because I don't care.
You felt it, yes? Another vision? The Force continues to work through us, showing us the star maps unearthed by Revan Malak. It is strange that anyone would have built a star map here. The entire surface of Manan is covered by nothing but vast oceans.
Maybe the land was once above the surface.
It is possible. The melting of polar caps or a cataclysmic earthquake could have buried the land beneath the waves eons ago. Records from that time are incomplete. The ocean floor is vast, and much of it is uncharted, even by the native Selkath. But how could Revan and Malak have found their way down? No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
This is gonna be fun. Let's see, in order to... We essentially dealt with Zalbar's companion quest. Missions is on indefinite hiatus unless I deliberately alter my save file. Karf's companion quest, I'm just gonna spoil that. That's on Korriban. And since Karf is with Malak, we'll eventually run into him. Bastila's companion quest line is finished with her mother. HK-47, we only need to do one more repair job. And I need to have a conversation with Canderous involving losing the Mandalorian Wars for that to happen. And Jolee, it should happen right now if I want to exit the Ebon Hawk with him. But just to make sure, Canderous, you want to talk to me again?
Yeah, what do you want?
Know anything about this world?
Waterworld's never had much of an appeal for us to conquer. They may put up a good fight in their own environment. No match for us, of course. But they don't really have anything of value either. The thing this world is good for is a substance known as Kolto. Kolto is the single best healing substance in the galaxy. But the Mandalore are not as weak and fragile as your Republic and Sith warriors. When we enter a battle, we carry weapons powerful enough to pulverize cities. Both in our wars and in our own personal combats, there are no survivors. So Kolto does not hold the appeal it does for your peoples. You have anything else you want to ask? Your choice.
So what's more powerful, Kolto or Bacta? Then again, since Kolto doesn't exist in Disney's canon, as far as I know, who can say? I say fuck Disney Star Wars. The only true Star Wars canon is Legends. And anyone who disagrees is a fucking idiot. Modifies reflex, modifies fortitude, and modifies will saves. And my will save should be off the fucking charts, or at least higher than everything else. Huh. Yet my reflex saves are the lowest. It's because I'm consular. Alright. Well, holy shit, we didn't get fucking harassed by Zerka for once. Sith hangar, private hangar, there's a fourth hangar. We're gonna get harassed by someone outside the door, aren't we? Docking Bay, 26C.
You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the Galactic Senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The Senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Selkath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here. We have many, many ways to fulfill your wish.
Yeah, what are you... Oh, I apologize, Master Jedi. I should not have been rude.
That's alright.
No, really, I should apologize. I should try to control myself, as you Jedi do. Is there anything I can help you with?
So, why do the Siths upset you so much?
Well, these damn Sith are everywhere on Manaan, pushing us Republic citizens around, trying to goad us into breaking the law somewhere.
Breaking the law?
Yeah, the Selkath want to maintain their neutrality in this war we're fighting with the Sith, and they enforce it very strictly. So, we just have to sit here and let the Sith insult us, and we can't raise a hand against them. Otherwise, the Republic will face severe Kolto export restrictions, and that could lose us the war altogether.
While I may have issues with the way the Republic soldiers' helmets are designed, they make sense in trench warfare when you're peering over the trench line getting shot at. So why are there Sith on Manaan?
Well, for the Kolto, of course. Really, that's the only reason anyone would want to be here. It's the only reason the Selkath built Ahto City in the first place, to export Kolto.
So why haven't they joined the Republic?
The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling Kolto to everyone that needs it, and making themselves too valuable to be worth conquering. Well, that, and they threaten to destroy the only natural source of Kolto on the planet if anyone tries to attack them. But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want. They're probably planning something already. Is there anything else you require?
No, I must be going.
Of course. If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic diplomat here. He's by the Republic Enclave near the visitor residences. Oh, if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard, east into the second courtyard, then north, then east again. You got that? Have a pleasant stay, Master Jedi.
Thanks, soldier. You're a pal. Oh, hey, a merchant. Hello, Selkath merchant. Do you actually sell me stuff? kind of fucking fish are you based on? A catfish? That's the first thing that popped in my mind. Let me see your inventory. Yeah. Whatever. See, thermal detonators, plasma grenades, crabbers, stimulants. You really don't have much of anything, do you? How much will you buy a stimulant for? Considering I have a shit ton of these. 12 credits each. No thank you. I wonder, do stimulants stack with Master Valor? Okay, I need to test this. So I have 14 right off the bat. Master Valor puts it at 19. They do stack! Wow, that's broken as fuck. Wow. And that turns my ability to hit to 20 and 19. Oh boy. Well, now I know the stimulant stack, I just need to pop one that increases my intelligence. Really, Bastila? Right now? And I am heading in the wrong direction. Yep. I need to head this way. Actually, it doesn't matter. I can step back into the Hawk. Cause now that so there's no cameras in the docking bays, you say? That can be exploited. Oh my. So if I were just to walk into the Sith hangar bay and find an official, I could just kill him and no one would be none the wiser. Oh, that's just downright mean. Okay, now I need to see which stimulants or stimulant increases intelligence. Dexterity, stamina, constitution, strength. Battle. Hyper. Ah, fuck. They don't increase non-physical stats, do they? Son of a bitch. Well, there goes that that plan. That didn't go out so well. That didn't work so well for me. Well, there goes that idea. Bastila, you wanted to say something?
How can I help?
I'd like to talk to you about what you said before, about giving in to your emotions.
Yes, I did end that quite abruptly, didn't I? Perhaps a master could have addressed my questions with the proper wisdom, but I never should have brought it up here, not with you. Part of my purpose on this mission was to guide you in the way of the light, to help you avoid the temptations of the dark side. But I fear I've failed in that task. I don't think I'm the proper Jedi to guide you. I am no master. You should have remained with the Council.
Now, why do you say that?
The fact of the matter is, I have never possessed much skill at controlling myself. With the bond that joins us, it seems I have even less. You have maintained the path of the light side, but it has been in spite of my influence, not because of it. It's increasingly obvious I am unable to guide you properly.
Oh, you're doing your best, I'm sure.
That's kind of you to say, but I think the evidence speaks for itself. I think I may have made a very big mistake. I simply hope that you are not the one who pays the price, ultimately, for the fact that I can't help you enough.
Well, maybe we could help each other.
That's a kinder response than I deserve. And I can see there is wisdom in your words. You continue to be there for me, don't you? Even after I keep pushing you away, you're still around when I need you most. You're like no man I've known before. And you're nothing like what I expected you to be after the Council sent us on this mission together.
We're made for each other, Bastila. You have to see that.
I need time to think about all this. They're not going as I thought they would. We should continue on with our mission for now.
We are slowly but surely breaking down those walls. And one of these days, we will get her to open up fully to her emotions and feelings. It's just a process that takes a while. Anyway, at least this will give us a chance to have a trigger involving Jolee if we ever get one. Actually, I never actually did this. Well, we're on Manon now, so we'll finish that quest too. Hello, cleaning droid. Hello, Kolto tanks. Hello, new Bassa. Exotic species? What sorts of exotic species are you looking for? Ah, yes. There are 3 ways to get rid of the Gizka that show up on your ship after Tatooine. 1, you could poison them because I have the poison in my inventory, which will kill all of them on the ship. 2, you could sell them to this guy for credits. Or 3, you keep them with you for the entire game, and there's a certain point in which, well, you're forced to take an emergency landing and all the Gizka die in the crash. Well, I have some Gizka if you're interested in buying them. Yeah. I'm not gonna be that asshole. Thanks anyway then. I'm not really that desperate for credits. West Central Courtyard, Docking Bay 26B. Cameras deactivated. Cameras activated. God damn, let me. Thanks, game. Thanks for that. What's through this door? More cleaning droids. And a private hangar bay, huh? Well, let's go check the private hangar bay. Thanks. Private Sith docking bay. Security clearance required. Well, that won't be for long. Well, there's probably some way for us to get clearance. It just probably involves copious amounts of murder. And or exorbitant use of forced persuasion. Well, let's get into Ahto City proper. Where's it, Ahto City? Alto City? Whatever. West Central Courtyard. Moving towards the dark or the light side. Choose your words carefully. Or you can say fuck it if you don't care. Because the only time that matters is when you're making a pivotal choice. Which path the storyline goes. Jolin Apfit. What a lovely name. Who are you? Well, for one, no, I'm not playing Pazaak ever again. 2, you speak Rodian, so I'm leaving. Yeah, sure, if I ever feel like being frustrated for several hours, I'll come talk to you. Selkath, port of... Okay, port official. What are the rules exactly? Oh, I understand. I don't need to pay the docking fee.
The Jedi Council wouldn't approve, but they always were a little stodgy about using the Force on people. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
I wonder how many times I could keep doing that to him. Otto City, huh? How nice and serene. Selkath everywhere. Traveler. How pretty! It's an ocean world. Whoa. A bit of lag, but I'm not sure if it's because I'm looking at the wrong thing. Kolto Distribution Center. Sith soldiers. Selkath coordinator. Republic. Oh, I'm surprised there's no one that's actually named here. Alright then. Moving on.
Jolee, may I have a moment? There's something I wish to speak to you about.
Yep, I figured it was only a matter of time until we had the whole come back to the order discussion. Well, I guess there's no avoiding it now, so let's get it over with.
I know you have issues with the Order, but you are a Jedi, Jolee. You command the Force. Without the guidance of the Council, how can you avoid falling to the dark side?
Well, I've managed to avoid it the last 20 years or so. Besides, light side, dark side, they don't mean the same to me as they do to you. I don't see in absolutes.
So you don't have a problem with Malak and the Sith, then?
I want to stop Malak as much as anyone. But I don't have to join the Order to do it. Look at Karth, or Canderous. They're with us in this quest, but they aren't Jedi. The capacity for good or evil, like the Force itself, is in all living creatures. And belonging to the Jedi Order, or the Sith, or any group, won't change what you are at your core.
I see you were quite adamant. No doubt you've had ample time to think on this during your long seclusion. I guess it was foolish of me to think I could sway your position so easily.
Yeah, I'm old and stubborn. But I appreciate the effort. But from now on, you can just think of me as any other non-Jedi in our little group. With a lightsaber. And Force powers.
Jolie's right. You should never think in absolutes. That just leads down to a path of insanity. West Courtyard. East Central. I guess we're going west side first. Ah, well, one of these places is Jedi-centric. I mean, Republic's...
Jolee, it is you. I need your help.
Laura, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why, whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolee. Sunry has been arrested. The Sith have accused him of murder.
Murder? But how?
It's all a mistake, Jolie. Sunry isn't a murderer. Someone is trying to frame him.
Calm down, Alora. Where's Sunry now?
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Alora. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunry. Somehow.
There's it. There's the pop-up I was waiting for. Sunry, murder trial. Alora has told Jolie that her husband has been in prison for the murder of a Sith woman. Alora is adamant that her husband is not responsible and has begged you and Jolie to help her prove his innocence. She says that you could talk to the judges in the court to help him get released. Probably would help a lot more if we had evidence to support our claims. Where we're gonna get evidence, who knows? Ichani mercenary.
So, do we have a deal?
That's an awful lot of money. Is there something you're not telling me?
Don't be so suspicious. The Republic is generous. We pay our mercenaries well.
Makes sense, I guess. All right, I'm in. When do I start?
Just show up at the Republic Embassy tomorrow and speak to our representative there. I'm sure he'll have some task he wants you to start on right away.
Republic negotiator, you've got me curious about something.
Do you mind? I'm in the middle of a Republic recruiting drive right now. I need to hire these mercenaries before they sign up with the Sith.
Why are you hiring mercenaries?
In case you hadn't noticed, there's a war on. If we don't hire these mercs, the Sith will. Now excuse me. I have to continue my recruitments.
Fair enough, sir, fair enough. Nilko Bawas. That's a nice name. It truly is a wonder to behold. What are you talking about? So what do you want me to do? Why do you need me for this?
I doubt the Republic would be involved in anything illegal. Still, if this Selkath has concerns, we could look into it for him.
Be careful here, kid. Start poking your nose in a place that doesn't belong, and you might not like what you find.
I'll look into you for it, Noko. Travelers. Iridorian mercenary. Vilgo. Looks like someone's getting sloshed at the bar.
Hey man, clear out. You're cramping my style with the ladies.
Well, fuck you too, asshole. Mercenaries. The Sith are a blight upon the galaxy. What are you talking about? You want me to investigate these disappearances? I shall look to the disappearances for you, Shalas. Shit, I just got here and I'm already being sworn to a quest. I love it! I feel like Manaan is one of the longer planets in this game. Ah well, I'm out of time for today. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been NoGod21. This has been Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Next time we're going to continue exploring Manaan and see what other kinds of shit we can get into. But until then, thanks for watching, have a wonderful evening, and I'll see y'all next time.